bombing that nigga. Put your homeboys on. Okay.
And he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
Is this the same one? The same LSU nigga? I mean, well, did the other LSU nigga leave at the beginning of this season, or did he leave last season? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The give to the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
Crying on him, too. That's Andrew Martinez? Let's go.
Trying play action. Here's a hit. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. There's the pressure.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
The Volunteers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll take this inside his 40. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit.
Oh, they do tackle. Nigga. Oh, yeah, I forgot they just traded fucking Sexy Dexy.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking for a crease. It's Durham. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the 1st down really easily.
1st down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. A run for the quarterback.
Bitch.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
We're getting hyped tonight.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now.
Looks like I have back-to-back picks. Hey, Giants looking good, man.
The give to the tailback. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Well, 3rd and short and field goal range. They dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
LSU trying to convert a 4th down. for it. He goes out of bounds just short of the first down marker, and the defense gets a stop.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down.
Well, he was last year. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, coming into this one, the offense knew a big key was going to be getting the ground game established. They haven't been able to do that yet. They punted on their opening drive, and they have a negative play here on the first play of their second drive.
Just feeds the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Now the play fake. Under fire. Hit as he throws. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Vols line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run.
He said use alert. Don't pick up the play. Don't do that. Don't do that.
He's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Just win, baby.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Durham. He's past the 30. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job. That's pressuring the quarterback.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
His name is Elijah.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Instead of picking the ball off,
we hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. On the move. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
That's kind of crazy like that. Hey, okay.
Touchdown time in Tennessee. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around.
No, well, back in the day, that's cool.
Cold as soon as he got
them rookies niggas used to get fucking
the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys, those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big takes the catch on the right side. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. No Tennessee quarterback will ever be revered like Peyton Manning, but many more throws like that, and they're going to say, this guy's getting into the realm at least.
Now, you get in the realm, you're good. You get in the realm, you start talking about Hall of Fame. That's what kind of tradition you've had with a guy like Peyton Manning. His fingerprints are still on this program, and if you are mentioned with him, that's a good day in the office.
And the Volunteers
Denzel
with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
They got 2 fucking wide receivers.
Looking for a gap. It's Lewis. There he goes. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
All of a sudden.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls in the shoulder.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Oh, they just tripped on. They just put on his tackle, boy. Move,
These
move,
plays are
move.
really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Singing every song.
Made the grab and took it on in for a score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. He is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Johnson wants to throw it. Bring in the heat. Quarterback gets the first down.
Hold him up.
Nice
Hold him up and let somebody else kill him.
this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing.
I knew you about to cut over here. He should have fucking fumbled. Oh, my God.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, the quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down.
I'm such a fucking bum diving like this, man.
Carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front, too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so the running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Oh, he's got some space. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
Vibes? Yeah.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
I told you this a million times if I can take the West End mark.
And now
What
a
is
chance to
that?
pull even 1st and goal as we get late in the first half.
Fuck that nigga.
I'm trying to power it in.
Like I told you, nigga.
End zone he goes.
I'm talking about some same nigga talking about they're talking about the portal. That has nothing to do with anything.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
No, not the recruit, but
and he makes the extra point.
Let's
go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC.
Talking about some. Hopefully they get some good upgrades.
Is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Toledo. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting.
Thanks for the update on that.
That's 2 Texas A&M fucking linemen in the job, huh?
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The running back has it.
They putting together a nice little defensive line over there.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Still running at the 40. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Quarterback adapting. Slings it downfield. Complete to the right. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play.
Big boy.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again.
Be on the grind at Georgia.
Works his way. They finally get him down to the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Better be a short bomb coming right after that.
And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. He got it. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Won't be here.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Vols will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half.
Okay, like these Falcons jerseys.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting.
Turning it on! And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the 2nd half. Get this run game established.
Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Takes the handoff. It's Durham. At the 45 on his way. He now has 79 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
To the ground, he's got it again. Open space at the 25. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the linebacker right there? They make calls and they play in coverage, but if you're a linebacker, you better be physical, and that dude came downhill. Somebody might want to block him up front, Palmer. Downhill and laid the lumber.
Yeah, they definitely weren't able to chip up and get him on that one. But I'll tell you, a hit like that makes you think twice about wanting to run the football between the tackles for the rest of this game, because that dude has got some bad intentions.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them: calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart, understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down, new set of downs.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Gets it out quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
I am an aggressive person, Paul. I like to put my foot on the gas. I like to go for it. But here, second half, if I can tie the football game, a 4th down situation, I'm taking it.
You are aggressive spiritually, physically, and mentally. But I agree. You go field goal in
D
this
winners
situation,
goal.
and you put the pressure on your defense to go.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Touchdown,
The hell?
Tigers. They take the lead with the 6. You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Jackson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spot.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He might want another play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unleashes one deep. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And at this point in the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
kick is in the air. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. In front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Takes a handoff. It's Durham. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. A designed run for the quarterback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those.
He's loose. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. In that loss last week, he just never got comfortable. Threw 3 picks, but much better today.
Much better taking care of the football. Listen, being the leader, he made the one mistake, but did a good job moving on from it, leading this offense, and ultimately getting the dub today.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He almost had the pick, and that could have given him a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
Off the play fake. Fires to the right. He's got it. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Johnson looking to throw. Got a little space. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
They'll give it to him again. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole...
Looking deep. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
Nice execution by the offense on third down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He fires one deep over the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. Down to the 36-yard line and some nifty moves to try to make a big play.